Alex Jones here in the woods outside of Nashville, Tennessee. We're making our way to Virginia, and we'll start our official coverage tomorrow. I have multiple sources surrounding the Bilderberg group. That's how we were able to get their code name, the Palm Tree Conference. Our sources say that there's going to be the greatest security Bilderberg's ever had, that they're very upset over mainstream media coverage. That dam has broken, thanks to Infowars.com, DrudgeReport.com, you, the alternative media, freedom lovers out there. We have incredible intel on Bilderberg, on the basic agenda items. Paul Watson's just written an article that's up at Infowars.com and PrisonPlanet.com covering that. We're going to be there nonviolent, peacefully, as media and as activists, trying to get attention on the Bilderberg group. And it is essential that everybody be on their toes for provocateurs and to catch it on video. We've caught the police in Denver, Seattle, but also up in Ottawa, countless places, dressing up as protesters to cause trouble, so then the police have a pretext to go after everybody. It looks like thousands are going to show up total, kicking off in the middle of the day on Thursday, and then right through the 3rd on that Sunday. So from the 29th to the 3rd of June, Westfields Marriott, Chantilly, Virginia, be there. The itinerary, everything is at Infowars.com. There's going to be so much alternative media, even mainstream media this year is going to be out there, because we have won a great battle. We forced the fact that there's a shadow elite manipulating and governing in these secret councils. We've exposed the power behind the throne, not just the puppets. This is a big deal. And again, I've got some of the agenda leaked. We're going to get more intel from Jim Tucker. It's hard for my sources to get me information. Obviously, they've got to do it from payphones and things like that, so they don't get tracked. This is a big deal. Our phones are tapped. 4 years ago, covering Bilderberg, they were listening to my wife, the conversation she was having, calling her up, letting her know that, hey, we got your phone tapped. Here's what you just said to your parents on the phone. So this is serious. We're going into a very serious situation. The globalists do not like this. We're going after some of the most powerful people up at the top of the pyramid. Is it the entire top of the pyramid? No. Are there even more elite secret councils? Probably. But this is the highest level discovered of private oligarch, robber baron systems that want monopolies. They're anti-free market. They work with communism and fascism to consolidate control. And we're going to be covering this live on the radio tomorrow. Lots of live streams. We've got special report pages at Infowars.com. Also watch Twitter.com/RealAlexJones, because we're sending out tweet updates before we go live on Ustream, Justin TV, and other systems. So there won't just be the 11 to 2 Central radio show or the nightly news. It'll be boiled on every night at PrisonPlanet.tv. There's also going to be all these expert guests. We're going to be interviewing other journalists as reports come out. But again, Bilderbergs are running scared. They're totally freaked out. A cornered demonic rat. So who knows what they'll do, but we're going to go there and confront them as Americans and as humans that don't want to be slaves and are tired of their criminal activity. We are identifying the tyrannical infrastructure. And again, they use fake environmentalism as a pretext to take over society. We're out here getting some amazing footage, for upcoming films of things, of a forest like this. And I want to protect things like this. The globalists are allowing GMO to spread, nuclear waste, reactors melting down. 9 out of 10 reactors are now leaking, according to the Department of Energy. Those are real threats, not carbon dioxide that we exhale, that plants respirate from, and they put off oxygen. That is the carbon cycle. Australia is banning, with jail time and $1.1 million Australian fines if you criticize the globalist carbon tax paid.
Excuse us.
That's okay, guys.
Apologize.
Oh, no. Are you kidding? We're out here on the trail. Thank you, brother, doing a report. Right. God bless. Beautiful day, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
This is all about taking control, saying humans are bad, and creating a new form of slavery around what we exhale. While there's hundreds of real environmental problems, many old forests are being cut down. Yes, they're planting new ones, but they're not the old forest. So I am really against cutting down large tracts of old forest, but it's a private property issue. We need to have a debate about that. Overfishing of the oceans, genetic engineering, cross species, open air, butchering the genetic code of the biosphere, humans' DNA being changed, the GMO sterilizing all the rats over 3 generations that are fed it, the honeybees dying. The list goes on and on. Toxic waste dumping. All this comes back on us. I don't want this. The toxic waste they dump in our water, the fluoride, the mercury, the lead, those are the real issues, not carbon dioxide. They've done studies where if you have plants in your office, they grow faster and are healthier just because you're there breathing carbon dioxide on them. Again, it's not a conspiracy theory, to be informed. I know they teach you that if you don't trust all the lies you're taught and don't just mindlessly believe it all, that you're bad. No, no, no. Being an American, being a free person is about questioning and being informed. All right. Again, big reports coming up as we codify more in the Bilderberg group. I was going to do a report later today. I've got all the notes written down on the RV, but it was just so beautiful out there. I wanted to share some of this with you. I mean, just look at this. Rob, in this video, was just a pan of how incredible this is out here. Richard, let's go ahead and get our exercise now before we get back on the road. Guys, I mean, do you have any comments for folks about how big this year's Bilderberg is? Because we're having some amazing conversations. Here's Aaron getting some incredible footage. Tell folks about this camera. Man, I tell you, the technology.
Technology's
the
always
high def
better.
we're getting is just amazing. It's a double-edged sword.
Oh, yeah. Trying to live life while we still have it. Trying to stop those who are against life and hate it.
That's a good point you made over breakfast this morning, Richard, was that it is the Obama grope down. And we're out here on the road doing this so we can have our equipment, but they're already setting up checkpoints on highways now unconstitutionally with the TSA. So this is one of the last times we're going to be able to travel even on highways without going through a Nazi checkpoint.
Well, rarely you are wrong, Alex, but I hope you are wrong on this case. I hope that we do get to preserve freedom and liberty in this country. I hope that we continue to take road trips all over the U.S. Plus, I hope we get our skies back. I don't know why the airlines don't stand up to the Obama grope down and the Janet Napolitano grope down. We need to stop all that action at TSA so we can get our freedom and liberty back to travel in the skies as well, Alex.
Well, Richard, just to be clear, I'm not saying we're not going to do road trips anymore. You know, last time I did a 2-city stop. We're going to do a bigger one in July or August, you know, visiting 4 or 5 cities. My point is incrementally they're rolling out. And so every time we go out, there is less freedom on the highways. I mean, 2 years ago, it was just Tennessee, New York, and a few other places that had checkpoints on the highways with the feds out of their jurisdiction, violating the Fourth Amendment. Now it's all 50. Now it's in Houston, Dallas, San Antonio. Now they have MPs on the street of San Antonio. I mean, everything we talked about, they're openly saying that the UN has been given control of the internet. That's in mainstream news yesterday. It's all happening now is my point. And so we're out here on the road to show people that the freedom is like vanishing pools in the Sahara. And we've got to bring that back. We've got to say, I mean, this Memorial Day, it's all about, we love the veterans, but that's the system attaching their political globalist agenda to the troops, most of which do sign up for the right reasons and do have courage. They are heroes for their courage alone compared to the average, you know, lazy, bureaucrat or soccer mom that only cares about, you know, Dancing with the Stars or sports fans. But at the same time, we need to care about the troops and not put them in illegal wars for the globalist. They've attached tyranny as if it's freedom, fighting for freedom. And then what you look at their definition of freedom, it's a fascist police state. Everything our troops supposedly have fought for, the Bill of Rights and Constitution, is in flames right now. America politically is burning down. And we're the patriots pointing this out. And that's why the military gave 70+% of all their donations to Ron Paul. The system still stole it from him. But it doesn't matter. People know the truth. And so on this Memorial Day, God bless the troops. We salute you. Do you guys have any comments? I mean, because there's this, I saw the MSNBC host saying, I can't say they're heroes on Memorial Day. Well, that's about 235 years of the military. Here, somebody's coming down the path. I'll keep talking here. That's the entire continuum of people who did have courage and have had courage and have given great sacrifices for the Republic. Does that not mean that now they've been taken and their mission's been taken? They're being used by the globalist to carry out all these things? Yes, absolutely. All of that is going on. But we have to reach out to them and educate them on those facts. Guys, give people a few comments right before we finish this video.
The heroics of the troop is this great elixir, this water, this liquid, but it's what vessel is it poured into? Is it being used to put out a fire or to start a flood? You know, is it being taken to someone who needs the nurturing? Or, I mean, that's a metaphor, but the point is, how are they using the heroics of the troop?
They're using it to take over countries. I'm on the news, all over the channels, they're saying we've got to go into Syria. Assad's being a bad guy. And they're calling them heroes that are fighting Assad. I'm not a fan of Assad or the Syrian government, but compared to Al-Qaeda, they admit it's Al-Qaeda. I'm supposed to give my rights up because Al-Qaeda's hiding under that bush over there. I've got to have TSA grope me and my family. But then they're never mentioning it's Al-Qaeda in Libya and Syria. Comments on that, Aaron?
Well, yeah, they've airlifted Al-Qaeda from Libya to Syria. They've done it before, and they'll do it again. And yeah, we're just supposed to.
Here comes another runner.
Well, you know what it's all about, Alex.
Absolutely. Oh, no, brother. Sorry, we're on the road here. Anyways, we're going to go get our little bit of exercise here now. It's ridiculous. And all this propaganda is tailored for people that are only halfway paying attention. Once you're paying attention, this stuff doesn't work anymore. Okay, so get sophisticated, realize what's happening. Ooh, look at that centipede. That'll be our final shot here. Is it a centipede? Yeah, that's a centipede, not a millipede. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm Alex Jones reporting for Infowars.com with Aaron Dykes, Rob Jacobson, and Richard Reeves on our way to Bilderberg 2012. Continue to watch this space for continual coverage.